Jevon Holland came out and talked about what he is looking for in his new team, or the team he will join, whether it's the Dolphins or not. Interesting things he had to say. We're going to go over that. We're going to go over something Braxton Berrios said, and I have an announcement at the beginning of the video. What is up, fans? Got some news for you guys on this Monday. Tomorrow, Mike McDaniel will have his presser at the Combine. I will report on that tomorrow, tell you guys what he said, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. Then we'll get some more news and notes, probably some rumors, this, and that. And then Thursday kicks off the Combine. So if you didn't watch Saturday's video, go back and check out Saturday's video. Also, to my patrons and my members, a new video is up for you guys to go check out. Please do me the favor of going, watching it, and giving me the feedback. I ask you guys for advice, or I also give you guys updates. I also give you guys some insider info. Go check it out, and I will also start at the end of each of these videos, give you guys a shout out, especially a special thanks at the end of the video. Put all your names there because you guys are all amazing, and I appreciate the heck out of every single one of you. So let's jump into this. We're going to start with Jevon Holland, and we'll go to Braxton Berrios. I said let's jump into this, but you see this over here, and I do have to shout out today's sponsor, and that is Clean the World. I talk about Clean the World all the time. I show you these kits that Clean the World puts together with the soap, with the socks, the shampoo, the toothpaste, the toothbrushes. Do you know how many of these bars of soap they put together? 9,000 hotels across the world they get the soap from. 70 million bars of soap go to children and families in 127 countries. 1.4 million hotel rooms daily they recycle this stuff for, whether it's the Four Seasons, the Caesars, Sands, the Hilton. They do so much great work for people, and it's not just Clean the World. They have a bunch of different organizations that they come out and they help, and they go and do what they need to do to help the people that they need to help, which is an absolute thing of beauty. An absolute thing of beauty. They have great merchandise. They have the Wash Foundation, which helps them give water to people that they just, if you guys remember a few months ago, I was talking about how the Wash Foundation was building a well in Africa. It took them like 2 days to raise the money to go and build the well in Africa for the people that needed that fresh water. Go check them out, cleantheworld.org. Great people. Sean Seipler, my man. Go check him out. So, Jevon Holland comes out, and I'm not going to go too in depth with this, but I will show you kind of what he said here. Let's see. It's a little bit bigger. These are bullet points. Shout out to Finn's Extra, because the video's down there and he goes into detail. But this is kind of what he's looking for. We'll play it. What he's looking for in his new team. He pulls out his phone.
I actually wrote down in like the best way I could sum up.
Yeah.
This is with Cameron Wolf.
Detailed and experienced coaching, a player supportive ownership, just honest culture setting men, a men leading head coach with a goal and a standard he holds everybody to. A team that wants to win and has players with like-mindedness about the team's goals and standards. Leaders that want to lead and set examples by action, not by their word. So I think that in itself is, what I'm really looking for. Not necessarily saying that it's not at the Dolphins,
right?
But in general, that's like my mindset.
I'll play that back one more time.
What I'm really looking for. Not necessarily saying that it's not at the Dolphins,
right?
But in general, that's like my mindset for.
I get where you're coming from, and I get. He had to preference by saying, I'm not saying that's not the Miami Dolphins. It makes it seem like it's not the Miami Dolphins, Jevon. it like really makes it seem like it's not the Miami Dolphins. Like detail of experience, a detailed and experienced head coach, honest culture. The one that gets me, and I'm like, sorry, I keep clearing my throat, but men leading head coach.
I think that in itself is, what I'm really looking for. Not necessarily saying that it's not at the Dolphins.
Yeah. Right.
A team that wants to win, leaders that want to lead and set examples by actions, not by their words. It seems like he is taking a dig at the Dolphins a little bit. And you might disagree, which please, if you do, let me know. But it kind of seems like he's taking a dig, especially with the men leading head coach, a team that wants to win. Like, this is who he's looking for in free agency. And leaders that want to lead and set an example by their actions, not by their words. Now, I'm not going to be petty. I'm not going to tear him down. I'm not going to go, look at your play here, look at your play there, and how are you going to come out and say X, Y, and Z when you have done this, this, and this, and, done that, and that, because at the end of the day, if he's not here, he's not here. If he is, fantastic. I've talked about Jevon Holland ad nauseum about what I would do with his contract, if I want him here or not. I've talked about it all. Essentially, I'd give him a contract to re-sign him. If he doesn't like it, test the market, keep us in, the loop. I think he kind of regressed from his first 2 years. I think the injury in New Jersey kind of hurt him and probably brought him down. And then a contract, you think he'd play up to it, but he just wanted to stay healthy. But there's some things he's saying there that resonated with me on his culture. Like, what do you mean by that? Because when Vic Fangio was let go, you came out and you said you kicked rocks, and you were like, it wasn't about Fangio. But then you also came out and said Fangio didn't want to be here. Weaver is a player's coach. Weaver has our thoughts in mind. It's like, it's hard to pinpoint, and obviously he is trying to be vague. So, whoever that new team is doesn't come out and be like, kind of crap all over your old team. Why would we want to bring you in here if you're just going to crap all over us? But, and this is where I have a picture I want to show you guys. And this is where kind of, I'm like, what are you doing? Right? Because I want to make sure I don't mess this up. But look at this picture here. This is from the cancer biking extravaganza. It happened over the weekend. I really wish I was there, but I wasn't. The point of me bringing up this picture here is the men in this picture. Now, I did my research, and I was like, I need to find out who each and every one of these guys are, right? Now, there's 8 guys in the picture. I cannot figure out who the gentleman in the back with the backwards hat is on, but from, you're watching this, left to right? Figure out left to right. Yeah, left to right. You have essentially a point, right? I'm going to start here. I'm going to go this way, right? So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go this way. You have Aaron Brewer, currently a Dolphin, will be a Dolphin. You have Quinnen Bell, going to be a free agent. You have Siren Neal, going to be a free agent. You have Emmanuel Ogbah, going to be a free agent. You have Daquan Jackson, he's going to be on the team. Patrick Paul, he's going to be on the team. And you have Hayden Rucci at the end. But in this picture, you have 3 guys who are set to be free agents. In Quinnen Bell, Siren Neal, and Emmanuel Ogbah. And they were there. They were there. You know who else was there? Mac Hollins was there. He's not even a Dolphin anymore, but Mac Hollins was there doing his part. Now, again, why am I saying this? Because you have guys on this team that they don't know if they're going to be a Dolphin. They don't know again, Tyron Neal, Quinn and Bell, Emmanuel Agba, are they going to come back? Are the Dolphins going to re-sign them? They don't know. And what they're doing is they're putting on the Dolphin colors. They're representing the Miami Dolphins until March, whatever, March 12th or 11th, I think is the start of New Year when they are officially not Dolphins. But you have Jevon Holland coming out and talking about now I know Cameron Wolf, and this is his show, Breaking House Rules, and this is good content, and I respect it, fully respect it. But you have him coming out here going into detailed list of what he's looking for in his new team. So he wants an experienced head coach. All of a sudden, all these teams are like, well, you don't want to be here. He might want to go to New England because they have an experienced head coach, but hey, he ain't going to the Jets. They don't have an experienced head coach, right? They don't have an honest culture with the Jets with all the stuff that went on. So the Jets are probably like, oh, he ain't coming here. Like he kind of hurt his chances of going somewhere by making this list. Now, if he's taking, I initially wanted to make this video and say, like, kind of break it down and being like, men leading head coach. Obviously, he's talking about Mike McDaniel, leader that wants to lead and set by example, not by their words. That's kind of Tyreek Hill, how he gave up at the end of the year. And, you can go into so-and-so and this and that. You can even say, hey, that last one's Tua. He talks a lot, but at the end of the day, he's always hurt. A team that wants to win. This Dolphin team hasn't won anything in 20-something years. Detailed experience head coach, our guy that, but we can do that all day, every day. What I'm talking about is he kind of hurt his chances at getting that big check because he didn't look great on film for a year and a half. You come out, you make this list, and the Dolphins, again, I think the Dolphins will push a contract towards him. This is what we can offer you because they have no safeties. So they can at least try and sign Jevon Holland, but they're just push a contract towards him. This is what we can offer you. And if he's like, meh, with a list like this, with the way you played over the year and a half, that contract the Dolphins might sign you might be your best offer. Now, you never know. You might have a team like New England. You might have a team like Washington or one of these teams like Detroit who has a buttload of money that's like, screw it. Let's throw money at Jevon and maybe he will become the guy he was in the first 2 years. But I don't know, man. Coming out and saying these things is not a good look. It is not. Real quick, we'll get into something that Braxton Berrios said. He said it a while ago. I've been sitting on this and I kind of want to talk about it, but he reveals why the Dolphins offense crumbled without Tua in 2024. And this is what he said. Braxton didn't hide from the fact that Miami's offense runs different with Tua. I also think Tua is absolutely a huge part of it. His timing is second to none, and I think that offense is based on a lot of that, at least in the passing game, based around timing. No, there is no echo in the room. Berrios couldn't speak highly enough of his quarterback's timing and accuracy. Tua with his timing and his accuracy is second to none. It's huge. You hit your certain steps, you come out of your break, and you know the ball is going to be on you. He already released it. It's in the air. It makes the offense tick when you have a quarterback who can put it on the spot like that. He's a spot thrower. Berrios just came out and said he's a spot thrower. That is such a lazy take. I'm sorry. Berrios essentially saying that the ugly part in a quiet way, because the Dolphins offense averaged under 10 points per game in the 4 full games without Tua last season, never scoring more than 12 in a contest. After Tua returned, Miami's offense scored a minimum of 23 points per game for 5 straight games. The difference between Tua and the other quarterbacks on the roster, and Berrios knows it. Obviously, this isn't rocket science. I'm not here making breaking news or anything like that. That's why, this is kind of at the back end of the video and not the title or the big part of it. But yeah, that's just what Tua does. And that's where the fans who see the good and see the bad get frustrated, because he needs to stay on the field. He stays on the field, we will beat the bad teams. Miami Dolphins schedule last year was easy. It's the same schedule Buffalo played, where they played 3 winning teams. It was easy. They should have beat Tennessee. They should have beat Seattle. They should have beat Indy. That's 3 wins. Instead of sitting at 8 and 9, you flip it. And we're sitting at 11 and 6. But, you know, who are we to say anything? You know, maybe we even beat the Jets at the end of the year. I don't know. But just wanted to talk about what Braxton said. You know, it's not really any rocket science stuff there. More, I wanted to talk about Jevon coming out and saying what he's looking for in his new team. Not necessarily his new team. Jevon will not be a Dolphin. I'd be shocked if they bring him back. He seems like he wants to be gone and go to a different team, especially with making that list. And then preferencing, that doesn't mean the Dolphins necessarily. Comment below. What do you think about what Jevon had to say? I will see you guys tomorrow with Mike McDaniel's presser at the Combine. But yeah, comment below, hit that thumbs up, hit the like button. We're very slowly inching our way to 1,000. 100K subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Again, Patreon's members, go watch the new video that's out. And I got a special shout out and thanks to all you guys at the end of this video. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.